Hey everybody, late night Baltimore here, having some technical issues, but we got on here because we wanted to give some updates on some things going on in the world. The first thing we want to talk about is something that happened back in January, but I don't think we've talked about it on the show. What happened was the Pentagon summoned the Pope's ambassador and told him straight up that America has the military power to do whatever it wants. And the Vatican better get used to it. Well, I mean, better get on board. This happened back in January. According to the source, the Free Press, Pope Leo had criticized President Trump's Iran policy and called for peace. The Pentagon's response was to drag the Vatican's top diplomat in and give him what was described as a bitter lecture. And I know bitter lectures. I've had them given to me. I haven't given many out. But when something's called a bitter lecture, that's not good. Whether you're Catholic or you're not, this should make you feel uncomfortable. And if you're Catholic, it should make you recoil. The U.S. military threatening a religious institution just because they didn't like what they said. They didn't like what the Pope said, and the Pope is the vicar of Christ in the Catholic Church. Now, is that how it's supposed to operate here in the United States? A country with millions of Catholics, a country that allows for freedom of religion, and a Pope who is supposed to speak to the followers. And as we said, it's literally in this job description to set the what the Catholic Church believes. He's the vicar of Christ. Okay, no, I don't think that's the way it should go. You should not be threatening the Pope, but that you could do something to the Pope. I don't know what they would do, but to make the Vatican push back. You see, MAGA is used to getting everything they want. Not so much lately when it's external events, when they can't threaten someone. When they try to threaten someone who doesn't fear them, that's when they run into trouble. But they've found so many, I hate to use this word, but it's the only word you can use, cucks, who go along with them, sycophants, acolytes, people afraid that their political careers will be destroyed if they don't agree, if they try to stand up to MAGA, and they are mostly accurate. That is what will happen. They haven't ever consolidated a collective pushback that was of any kind of effectiveness. So President Trump is used to getting his way, he's used to forcing his way. He took over media, he took over all the big tech companies, all the big social media forums, pretty much destroying independent media. Breached into the New York Times, got in fingers into the Washington Post. CBS News was taken over by MAGA. So they're used to getting what they want and now threatening the Pope. This is not good business. This is something that we're against, and I hope everybody here who is against, Catholic or not. Now, it's true, the Catholic Church has done their own share of things, of course, but this Pope is trying to do good. This Pope also is an American. first American Pope. And MAGA has no business threatening the Pope. You can express a disagreement, but to threaten, no. President Biden is Catholic. President Biden is for women's reproductive rights freedom, meaning that if women can choose something between their doctors and themselves, that's the way that it should be. It's a medical issue. He did not threaten the Pope or the Catholic Church, as far as I ever remember, for pushing back on his views because of the Catholic Church being against pro-choice. But not this president. This president wants to just steamroll over everything. I mean, it's got to come out that they really don't like Catholicism. They don't like that brand of so-called Christianity, which they believe in, except anything that has anything to do with anything Christ believed. Okay. Now, the three important points to take away is the Pentagon called in the Vatican ambassador and lectured them about the U.S. military power and how with that military power, we can do whatever we want. Pope Leo, this came because Pope Leo criticized the Iran policy and called for peace, or maybe that came after. Either way, the Pope has been too much calling for peace in the world for the MAGA and the Kegsworth Department of War people to deal with. And this is just bullshit to bother with the Pope. And now look at their incompetence. Look at what kind of trouble we're into now in this country. All right, that's the take on this, everyone. Have a great night. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll fix some of the technical issues, and I hope this episode comes out okay enough. And so support us. Okay, we'll have another show, and we're going to keep more consistent schedules, and you're all going to love what we got going. All right, everybody. Late Night Baltimore saying good night for now, and F MAGA.